Hey everyone, we'd love to hear from you. What tool review would you like us to create an in-depth analysis video on? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and we will get started on making the most requested one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we upload new topic podcasts every day.
Okay, so have you ever had one of those moments like you get an idea for a video,
Yeah.
something you just know people would love,
Yeah.
but then you think about actually making it and all the stuff that goes with it, the software, the editing, all of it, and it's like suddenly you're facing this massive, like, insurmountable task.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone who's ever even thought about making a video has felt that. It's so common, and thankfully it's exactly the kind of challenge that some really smart people are trying to solve.
Yeah, that's a great point. So that brings us to what we're digging into today, right? You sent over some information about this platform called ShortMake, and they're making some pretty bold claims about how their AI can make video creation way easier.
It really does sound like they're trying to make that whole process way less intimidating. Their whole pitch is about using AI to handle those parts that usually trip people up.
Yeah, and that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. I mean, can AI actually deliver on that promise of, like, making good videos without you needing to become a tech wizard? So we've got a bunch of material here all about ShortMake's features, how it works, all that good stuff. Yeah. And the goal today is to really break it down for you, give you a clear picture of what this tool can do, its strengths and weaknesses, so you can decide if it's something you want to try out.
Sounds good. Let's dive in.
Okay, so first things first, what exactly is ShortMake?
In the simplest terms, think of it as like your AI video production assistant. It takes your ideas, even if they're just rough notes, and turns them into polished videos.
Okay, but how does that actually work?
Well, it handles a lot of the heavy lifting for you, like writing a script for the video, creating a voiceover, and even finding visuals that fit the topic.
Wait, so it's like doing all those things that usually take forever and require special skills.
Exactly. It's all about making the whole process as easy as possible, even if you have zero tech skills.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. So is it mainly for those short videos you see everywhere now, like on TikTok and YouTube Shorts?
It seems like it. From what we've got here, they're definitely focused on those platforms where short, attention-grabbing content is king.
Makes sense. So it's all about speed and keeping people hooked. But how does it actually guide you through the process? I mean, how do you go from an idea in your head to a finished video?
Yeah, that's a good question. They describe it as like a chain of thought process. It sounds like they've designed the platform to be super intuitive and easy to follow.
Interesting. So you're not just thrown into a sea of options and tools.
Right. It's more like having a guide that helps you organize your ideas and make them into a video.
Okay, and I noticed they talk about something called classification tools and AI-driven insights. What are those?
From what I understand, it's basically the AI trying to really understand your idea. Like, it categorizes your input to figure out what you're trying to achieve with the video.
So it's not just blindly putting things together.
Yeah.
It's actually analyzing your idea to make smarter choices.
Exactly. It's about the AI being more than just a tool. It's like a collaborator that helps you make the best possible video.
Gotcha. Okay, let's talk about some of the key features.
Yeah.
So first up, there's this AI-driven video creation thing. What's the big deal about that? What makes it so different?
Well, think about it this way. The real game changer here is how fast it can turn your ideas into actual videos. And not just like rough drafts, but polished content.
Okay, that's fast, but is it really good quality?
That's the impressive part. It's designed to be high quality, even with limited information or examples. That's what they call data scarcity, when the AI doesn't have a ton of data to work with for a specific topic. But even then, it aims to deliver great results with minimal effort from you.
Wow, so you can basically test out different ideas really quickly without spending hours on each one.
Exactly. And that's huge for anyone who needs to create a lot of content or who wants to experiment with different approaches.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially for fast-paced video production where you need to keep things moving so you're not bogged down in the technical stuff and you can focus on the message itself. Right.
You got it.
Okay, so next we have realistic voice synthesis. And I got to say, for me, a good voiceover can make or break a video. What's ShortMake doing in that department?
They seem to be putting a lot of effort into it. They talk about having these state-of-the-art voice synthesis capabilities, so you have different voice options to choose from, and they're designed to sound like real people, not those old robotic text-to-speech voices.
Okay, that's good to hear, because those robotic voices can be pretty distracting. But how do they actually make them sound realistic?
Well, they talk about matching the voices to different styles and emotions, so you can pick a voice that fits the tone of your video. And what's really interesting is they mention something called entity aspects.
Entity aspects. Now, that sounds a bit technical. What does that even mean?
It's like the AI is understanding the context of what it's reading. So let's say you mention the Eiffel Tower in your video. The AI recognizes that it's a specific place, a landmark, and adjusts the voiceover accordingly. So it might sound more informative or even enthusiastic depending on what you're saying about it.
Oh, I get it. So it's not just reading words. It's actually understanding their meaning and adjusting the tone to make it sound natural.
Exactly. And that makes a huge difference in how engaging the voiceover sounds.
Right, because it's not just a monotone voice droning on. It actually sounds like a person who understands what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the AI that creates the video and the AI that does the voiceover. Now, what about the visuals themselves? What are they like? What can users expect?
Well, they have a feature called high quality visual output, and they claim that every frame of the video is going to be sharp and attention grabbing.
So it's not just about having visuals, it's about having good looking visuals that actually capture people's attention.
Right. And they specifically mention that the visuals are designed to work well on social media where you only have a few seconds to make an impression. But they also say it's suitable for professional use as well.
Okay, so it's versatile. It can work for quick social media clips, but also for more polished projects. Now, one thing that's always important to me is having control over my work. I don't want everything to look the same. So how much can you actually customize the videos you make with ShortMake?
They have a feature called customizable video content, and it sounds like you have a decent amount of control.
Like what specifically?
Well, you can choose from the different voiceover options they have. You can also edit the script that the AI generates, so you can really fine-tune the message, and you can adjust the overall content to fit your vision.
Okay, so you're not stuck with what the AI comes up with. You can actually make changes and put your own spin on things.
Right. And they emphasize that this is important for creating unique videos that really stand out and reflect your style. They even mention how it can be useful for situations where personal data is crucial.
Interesting. So maybe they're thinking about even more personalized experiences in the future. Okay, so we've covered how the videos are created, the voiceovers, the visuals, and the customization options. Now let's talk about speed. How long does it actually take to make a video with ShortMake?
This is where it gets really interesting. They say that you can create a complete polished video in under 8 minutes.
Wait, hold on. Under 8 minutes?
Yeah.
For a finished video, that's incredibly fast. How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to the AI. It handles so much of the work that would normally take hours to do manually. So you can go from an idea to a finished product in a fraction of the time.
Okay, that's a game changer. I mean, imagine how much more you could get done if you could create videos that quickly. And it frees up so much time to focus on other things like coming up with new ideas or promoting your content.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing your efficiency and giving you more time to be creative.
Yeah, that's huge. Okay, so now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the cost. How much does this magical AI video creation tool actually cost?
Well, they have 3 different subscription plans: Starter, Creator, and Pro.
Okay, and what do you get with each one?
So the starter plan is their most basic option. It's $19.99 per month, or you can pay annually and get a discount. So it works out to $14 per month if you go that route.
Okay, not bad. And what's included in that?
With the starter plan, you get around 1,000 credits per month, which they say is enough to make about 10 videos.
Okay, so 10 videos a month for $19.99. What else is included?
You get the core features like the text-to-video functionality, the TikTok video format, and access to over 1,000 stock images and videos. Although it says that the stock media is coming soon, so it might not be available right away.
Okay. Hopefully they roll that out soon because that'd be super useful. And what about the voiceovers?
You get standard voiceovers plus 4 of their realistic AI voices.
Okay, so you have some options to choose from. And is that it?
No, you also get watermark removal, HD video quality, and AI-generated illustrations.
Wow. Okay, so even the starter plan is pretty packed with features. And what about the creator plan? What's the difference?
The creator plan bumps you up to 2,000 credits per month. So that's about 20 videos. And it's $29.99 per month or $21 per month if you pay annually.
Okay, so double the videos for an extra $10 a month. And what else is different?
The main difference is that you get 10 realistic AI voices instead of just 4.
Okay, so more variety in the voices you can use. And what about the top tier, the Pro plan?
The Pro plan is for people who need to make a lot of videos. It gives you 5,000 credits per month, which is around 50 videos. And it costs $49.99 per month or $35 per month with the annual discount.
Okay, so 50 videos a month, that's a lot. And what else do you get with the Pro plan?
Well, you get everything that's in the Trader plan, plus you get 20 realistic AI voices to choose from.
Oh, wow. So they really ramp up the options at the Pro level. Okay, so they've got a plan for pretty much everyone from casual creators to people who are making videos all the time. Now let's talk about the good and the bad. What are some of the main pros and cons of using ShortMake?
Well, the pros they list are pretty convincing. The biggest one is obviously how easy it is to use. They call it effortless video creation, and it really seems like they've designed it to be as simple as possible.
Yeah, that's a big one because a lot of people are intimidated by video editing software. So if they can make it truly easy to use, that's a huge advantage. What else is good about it?
They also highlight the customization options, which we talked about earlier, and they point out the AI-powered editing, which basically means that the AI takes care of a lot of the technical stuff so you don't have to.
Right. That's really appealing for people who don't want to spend hours messing around with editing settings or learning complicated software. What else?
They also talk about how versatile it is. You can create different types of content for different platforms, so you're not limited to just one style or format.
That's good because people use videos for all sorts of things these days. So it's good to have a tool that can adapt to different needs. What about the speed? Is that considered a pro?
Absolutely. They specifically call out the rapid production time as a major benefit. And it's hard to argue with that. Under 8 minutes for a finished video is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that's a game changer for sure. Okay, so lots of good things to say about ShortMake. What about the downsides? What are some of the cons?
Well, the main con they list is limited voice options. At the moment, they only offer 4 realistic AI voices in the basic plan. So if you need a very specific type of voice, you might be out of luck.
Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem. Especially if you're trying to create a very specific tone or style for your videos. What's the other con?
The other one is beta version limitations. So basically, they're acknowledging that the platform is still in development and there might be some bugs or missing features.
Okay, so it's a trade-off. You get the benefit of this cutting-edge technology, but you also have to accept that it might not be perfect yet.
Right, and hopefully they'll keep adding more features and improving the platform as time goes on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it evolves. Okay, so who's actually using this thing? Who are they targeting?
Well, they mention a few key groups. They say that social media influencers are using it to create eye-catching content for platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels.
That makes sense. Those platforms are all about short, engaging videos, so it's a natural fit. What about other types of creators?
They also mention digital marketers who are using it to create promotional videos for products or services. And they talk about content creators in general, like vloggers, podcasters, and multimedia artists.
Okay, so a pretty broad range of users.